Morning everyone, Karen here from Carol's Crafty Ways. Hope you're all doing okay. So today I am going to do, I think it's called the texture technique. It was something I saw Jennifer Maguire do, and she did it with a stamp, which is a bold stamp, and she also did it with stenciling. And I thought I want to have a go at that, but I don't want to go out and buy all of that stuff I've just seen her use. I want to try and use what stash I've already got. So I've been having a play around with different kind of inks to be able to get this to work. I've used oxides didn't work, so I've got my Crafter's Companion inks out. So the technique is to have this sort of texture look over the top of either your stamped image or your stenciled image. So let's go through what we're going to use. So I've got my Lavinia stencil, which I'm going to use. I have this texture stamp. This is a Phil Martin one. I think it's called Woolly Jumper or something, but you want something that's got texture, and this is quite ideal. I've got Archival Pigment Ink Pad, Brilliant White. I've got various different blending brushes. This one's for my white ink. I always keep one for white. I've got Lunar Pearls. This is Phil Martin Sentiment Yours Radiant Luster Powder. The inks I've got is I've got green, and then I've got three different coloured, varying in colour. These are Spectrum Quick Dry inks, which I find was the easiest when I was using it. VersaFine Clair. I've got a stencil. This is a Sweet Poppy stencil. You can use any stencil. It doesn't have to be a metal stencil. Okay. You'll need a stamping platform as well. I have already cut my panels. Now I'm doing this on a 5x7 card because I want to do a bit of this different technique on the background. And then I've cut a piece of purple, which is 12x17, and then my panel for the front is around about just under 9.5 by just over 13. This needs to be a similar size to the stamp, and you'll see why shortly. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my stencil. I'm going to stencil with the Archival white ink around the edge. I just want to get the stencil in sort of similar position, and I'm just going to go around the edge. I just want to, if you can just see, get some white ink around the edge. You don't want to go right the way into the middle because you're going to have your panel on the front, but you need to do enough that it's not going to show a gap. That's enough. I'm happy with that. So we can pop that now to one side, and we'll start to do some stenciling. Okay, so I'm going to take my panel. In fact, I will get my magnetic board out because this will be easier to do with the magnetic board. And I'm going to pop this on the top. I'm not bothered that it doesn't fit, that it comes off. That adds to it. Just put my magnets on. And I'm going to tape up the stems because I don't want to go and get purple in those stems. So we can just cover these up. Bit fiddly, but it saves you getting any coloured ink places that you don't want. Okay, I just used one blending brush for this, and I'm actually going to take the palest colour first. And I'm just going to stencil through with this pale. It hardly looks like it's going on, but it is. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm fed up of this rain. It's just non-stop. I thought the sun was going to come out today, but it doesn't look like it. As I have been, when it was nice at the weekend, I went in my outdoor craft room and I was doing pebble art and some mixed media techniques. Okay. This ink pad's quite dry. I don't even think you can get these now, but I really do like them for stenciling work. I really love them. Okay, I'll put that to one side. Then we're going to take the next colour down, which is this one. And I'm just going to do that in the centre and bring it round. They blend quite well, although they're quick dry and they really do blend well. I'm trying to put the whole thing on top of there. Then we'll take the darker colour. This is quite dark. Okay. I'm just going to go into the lighter colour, get rid of some of this, and use that to blend around that edge. Okay, I'm happy with that. Move these out of the way. We're going to take the green now and do the stems. I've only got one colour green. Just get into there, it's missed a bit where the tape was. The tape was over the top of it. Use that. Okay. Just check my mic. You get no warning when this microphone's out of power and then suddenly you've done a video and you have no sound. It's quite annoying. Okay. And you're left with that, which is wonderful. Okay. Let's pop that to one side and I'm just going to clean this stencil up because if I leave it, I will forget. Metal stencils are quite delicate as well. You think they're a bit that, pop that over there for drying. In fact, while I've got that, I'll clean this one. Okay, so I can mount this onto my card. So we can get rid of that. I use the big beast tape gun. This is fairly new and it's took me ages to get used to it. But I'm used to it now. Sorry if my head's in the way. Okay, happy with that. Now we're going to stamp. I'm going to give it a blast. They are quick drying, but I'm just going to give it a blast. Then we're going to take our stamp. Right, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put a bit of tape on the back of this so it stays where I want it to stay, hopefully. And then I'm going to line the stamp up. So we can always trim this smooth. Oh, let's give that a bit of dampness. That what I shall do. Start at the bottom. That's it. There we go. Okay, now we're going to take the white archival again. And we want to stamp this up. Hopefully you can see. Let me try and get in shot. You want plenty of white on here. You will need to do this a few times. You can just see the texture coming through now. Give it another go. 2 might be enough, but we'll see. I'm going to do one more time. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll get this one out. This one's better than that one. I'm happy with that. Let's pop this away. This is Pink Fresh Studios. I love this. I've got this one which I've put foam on the bottom, but I'm not that keen on it. Okay, I just want to get this off here carefully. I'm not bothered that that stays on there, the tape, because we're going to be taping the back of it. Okay, let's clean up this stamp because white can be a real pain to get off. Can use some stamp cleaner on that later. Right, so now I am going to put the lid back on this white ink, and I'm going to take my brush, and I know I got one out, soft brush. No, I didn't, it's still in there. I'm going to take this pigment luster and we're just going to lightly dust across the entire, and I hope you can see what it's doing. I mean, maybe the camera's not doing justice to it, but it just lifts it literally just lifts what you've just stamped, because you're going over the top of that white that you've just stamped. Just dusting over. If you catch the light right, you can see where you further need to dust. And this is why you need your piece of card a similar size to your stamp, because I can see that I've got a white border there, so I will cut that down slightly. See if I've got, and then I'll trim some this hedge here. Let's just have a look what that's like on the card. Yes, that's fine. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I need to put that the right way around, is I'm just going to get one of the stamps, sentiment stamps. Decide which one I want. Happy birthday to you, I think I'd be happy with. Oh, sorry about that, that was quite loud. And I'm just going to use archival for this. Not archival, sorry, that's fine. I don't use archival, so I don't know why I said that. Only this archival. I don't use archival black, just this white one. Okay. Now what you need to do is you need to seal this. So I'm just going to take my spritz. I'm going to spritz it in the air off camera and just waft it through the spritz, because you need to seal the luster. Just seal that luster powder in. Now hopefully you can see that. Get in the right. It just gives it such a lovely effect. I'm just going to blast it now. And then get our tape gun. and place this in the centre. Make sure I've got the opening right. And there you go, you can get that textured look. I think it's just a great technique. Okay, so there we go. So if you can like and share, please, I would be grateful, and I would be grateful if you could subscribe. I'm trying to get the audience up, the subscriptions up. So if you can subscribe, I would really, really be grateful. Please comment and let me know your thoughts. Thank you very much. Bye for now.